Have you ever been in that moment of pure anticipation after texting someone you like? You send that message and then you wait. You keep staring at your phone as if it's going to magically light up with their reply. You check if they're online, refresh the chat, and reread your message over and over, convincing yourself they're just busy and will reply soon. But as time drags on, you start second-guessing everything. Should you send another message? Maybe just something casual? Or what if they didn't even get the first one? The hours feel like days, and suddenly you're in a spiral of overthinking, debating whether you should follow up or wait it out. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. But here's the thing. Constantly chasing someone who isn't reciprocating your energy doesn't bring them closer. It pushes them further away. What if I told you that the most powerful move you can make is to stop chasing altogether? That's what we're diving into today. Why you should stop messaging her, how this simple decision can transform your dating life, and why focusing on yourself is the ultimate game changer. On the power of silence. Silence can be uncomfortable, but it's also incredibly powerful. If someone isn't responding to your messages, their silence is already sending you a message. The mistake most people make is trying to fill that silence by sending more text, checking in, asking if they're okay, or worse, trying to explain themselves. Think about it like this. Imagine you're at a store and the salesperson is constantly following you around. Do you need help? Are you sure? How about now? It's overwhelming, right? It doesn't make you want to buy something. It makes you want to leave. The same thing happens in relationships. When you keep reaching out to someone who isn't reciprocating, you come across as overly eager, almost desperate. But when you stop and allow for silence, something incredible happens. You shift the dynamic. Silence creates curiosity. It's like a song lyric that gets stuck in your head. When you're no longer chasing, the other person begins to notice your absence. They start to wonder, why haven't they texted me? It flips the script. Instead of you chasing them, they start thinking about you. Here's the question to ask yourself. Do you want to be someone who's easily forgotten, or do you want to leave a lasting impression? Silence isn't about playing games. It's about showing that you respect yourself enough to let that other person make a move. 2. Reversing the roles. When you step back, you create space for the other person to step forward. This is what we call the reversal effect. Imagine this scenario. You're always the one making plans with a friend, but one day you stop initiating. Suddenly, they're the one saying, hey, we haven't hung out in a while. The same principle applies in dating. When you stop chasing, you allow her to notice your absence. If she values your presence, she'll reach out. But if she doesn't, that's an answer too. And it's one you need to hear. This isn't about manipulation, it's about balance. Healthy relationships are built on mutual effort. If you're the only one putting in energy, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. And here's the hard truth. If someone doesn't notice your absence, do you really want to keep chasing them? Stepping back isn't just about her. It's about respecting your own time and energy. 3. Redirecting your energy to growth. This is where the real transformation begins. Instead of wasting your time and emotional energy waiting for a reply, shift your focus to something that truly matters, your own growth. Ask yourself, what's one thing I've been meaning to do but keep putting off? Maybe it's starting a fitness journey, learning a new skill, or finally tackling that project you've been procrastinating on. Here's a story to illustrate this. A guy I know went through a rough breakup. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, he decided to channel his energy into something productive. He started working out, picked up guitar lessons, and even took a solo trip he'd been dreaming about for years. Not only did he grow as a person, but he also became more confident and attractive to everyone around him. By the time his ex reached out, he wasn't interested anymore. He had outgrown the relationship. When you focus on your growth, you stop chasing others because you realize your worth isn't tied to their attention. You become more fulfilled, confident, and magnetic, not just to one person, but to everyone. 4. Gaining clarity. One of the most underrated benefits of stepping back is the clarity it brings. When you're actively chasing someone, it's like being in the middle of a storm. You're too caught up in the whirlwind of emotions to see things clearly. You start to overanalyze every interaction, make excuses for their lack of response, and cling to the hope that things will eventually change. But when you step back, it's like the storm begins to settle. You start seeing the situation for what it truly is, not what you wish it could be. You may realize that her interest isn't as strong as you thought, or that her actions don't match her words. More importantly, this clarity isn't just about her. It's about you. It's an opportunity to reflect on what you genuinely want in a partner. What are your non-negotiables? What kind of relationship do you envision for yourself? Sometimes, in the fog of infatuation, we overlook red flags or settle for breadcrumbs because we're too focused on the idea of being with someone. But when you take a step back and gain clarity, you start recognizing patterns. You might even see that chasing someone who doesn't value you is a reflection of deeper insecurities or fears of being alone. Clarity gives you the strength to walk away when something isn't right. It reminds you that you don't need to settle for half-hearted connections. Instead, you deserve a relationship where both people are equally invested. And the best part? With this newfound perspective, you'll start making choices that align with your worth, not your fears. 5. Handling the comeback. Let's talk about what happens if she finally reaches out. Maybe it's a random text out of the blue, or she suddenly likes one of your social media posts after weeks of silence. It's tempting to see this as a victory, a sign that your absence worked, but here's the truth. Her reaching out doesn't necessarily mean she's ready to invest in you. She could be curious about why you've stopped messaging. She could be bored and looking for a quick distraction. Or maybe she feels guilty and wants to keep you on the hook without committing. So, how do you handle this? First, stay grounded. Don't let her message pull you back into old patterns of over-texting, oversharing, or over-investing. Respond casually, but don't immediately drop everything for her. Take your time to gauge her intentions. Is she genuinely interested in reconnecting, or is this just a fleeting moment of attention seeking? If her actions still don't align with the energy you're looking for, don't be afraid to walk away. This isn't about being harsh or dismissive, it's about protecting your time and energy. When you value yourself, you don't need to cling to someone who isn't serious about you. And here's the mindset shift. The right person won't make you question your worth. They won't leave you hanging, make you guess their feelings, or only reach out when it's convenient for them. So, if she does come back, remember this. Her return is an opportunity for you to decide if she deserves a place in your life, not the other way around. 6. Reclaiming your power. At the end of the day, this journey isn't just about her, it's about you. Every time you choose to stop chasing someone who doesn't value you, you're reclaiming your power. And that's one of the most liberating decisions you'll ever make. Think about it. When you're constantly chasing someone, you're giving them control over your emotions, your time, and even your self-esteem. You're putting their approval on a pedestal and basing your happiness on their response. But when you step back, you're taking all that power and energy back into your hands. This isn't just about dating, it's a mindset shift that impacts every aspect of your life. It's about realizing that you're not here to beg for anyone's attention or settle for half-hearted effort. You're here to thrive, to grow, and to attract people who genuinely see your worth. And here's the beauty of it. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, everything else starts to fall into place. You become more confident, more self-assured, and more magnetic, not just to potential partners, but to opportunities in every area of your life. Think of this as a story of transformation. Every great success story starts with someone deciding they're worth more. Whether it's in love, career, or personal growth, the moment you stop settling is the moment you start thriving. So here's the ultimate question. Are you ready to let go of what's not meant for you and make space for what truly deserves you? Because once you do, you'll realize that the most attractive thing you can ever be is someone who knows their worth and lives like it every single day. And that's the key. Your value isn't defined by someone else's attention or approval. It's defined by how you see yourself and the boundaries you set. When you stop chasing, focus on your growth, and embrace your worth, you naturally attract the right energy and people into your life. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who might need to hear it, and hit that subscribe button for more insights on relationships and personal growth. Remember, the best love story always starts with self-love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.